borders of the Cape Colony. In a way, Lieutenant, they are the ultimate victims of recent history. If you'll favour my comparison, they are the wandering Jews of Africa, fleeing the Pharaoh Shaka. It's only by the grace of God that any of these people will reach their as yet unknown destinations alive. Or maybe it's His will that they don't. So, Lieutenant, why are you venturing into those forsaken regions?
What do you know about a man named Shaka?
Does that answer your question, Lieutenant? The Masani tribe, Umulos, Lubis, Umus, Yunguanis, countless others, the banished of southeast Africa, fleeing Shaka's spears, going straight into the arms of the white slave traders and the British troops on the borders of the Cape Colony. In a way, Lieutenant, they are the ultimate victims of recent history. If you'll favour my comparison, they are the wandering Jews of Africa, fleeing the Pharaoh Shaka into the banished of southeast Africa, fleeing Shaka's spears, going straight into the arms of the white slave traders and the British troops on the borders of the Cape Colony. In a way, Lieutenant, they are the ultimate victims of recent history. If you'll favour my comparison, they are the wandering Jews of Africa, fleeing the Pharaoh Shaka into the Babylonian captivity of slavery.
Finn, if this empire is quite vast, and I'm told that it is, then the Pharaoh must be giving his people something in return for their fidelity, or they'd all be one.
Have you read Faust, Lieutenant?
Marlowe's, Bacon's, Lessing's, or Goethe's? The heart on the eve of the full moon.
If there's no other way, Lieutenant, then we will have to kill him.
Well, I don't think we're going to be taking many stakes with us, but possibly might find ways of doing the same thing less bloodily. You going to be with us?
Are you going, Mr. Victor?
Oh, yeah.
Praise the Lord. This is Bible Prophecy Forum. My name is Evangelist Seth OMONDI, Olale. Just like you had in this movie about Shaka Zulu, you can see the European doctor. He is referring to the African tribes as the wandering Jews of Africa. This is the same thing that Henry Kissinger called the West African Negroes also. Henry Kissinger called them the wandering Jews of West Africa. So these people, Americans and Europeans, they know the exact location of the scattered children of Israel. When they left Jerusalem and Israel after 70 AD, the Jews fled into Africa. And today they are the Bantu tribes of East, Central and Southern Africa and the West African Negro tribes, who were later taken to America in ship slaves. They were taken to America in ships carrying slaves who were chained. Those are the present-day African Americans and the West Indies Negroes of the Caribbeans and the Negroes in Latin and South America. And some of them are even scattered as far as Europe. They are the wandering Jews of Africa.
Person you can save the world. That is what we are looking for.
I think that's a big part of why Rwanda is thriving, because they've made the choice to move forward from the mistakes of the past.
It's a very hard ask for genocide survivors to forgive. In 1969, Henry Kissinger described the Igbo as wandering Jews. of West Africa in a memo to President Nixon. Now, if you go to the U.S. Department of in 1969, Henry Kissinger described the Igbo as one of the leading Jews of West Africa in a memo to President Nixon. Now, if you go to the U.S. Department of State archive, official, should be the official site, and you scroll down and you go to the two sides, right, and then you go to the 1, 2, 3. In 1969, Henry official, should be the official site, and you scroll down and you go to the two sides, right, and then you go to the 1, 2, 3. You go to the 4th paragraph, and you can read. It says, presides over the popular support and military morale of the people, convinced that defeat means extinction. The Igbo or the wandering Jews of West Africa. Now you can read all that other stuff if you want to, and get some insight on that. But I just wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of it. So anyway, we know again, according to the Bible and the prophetic nature and the word of the Most High, that that the Jews or the Israelites or the Hebrews are people of color. But many times when we talk about this, it's like, the powers that be will continue to push the narrative that the Ashkenazi Jews, which again is oxymoron. Ashkenaz is the grandson of Japhet and the great grandson of Noah. He is the son of Gomer. But anyway, they'll push that narrative.
The Ashkenazi Jews,
But anyway, let's go to Zephaniah.
according to the Bible, the Ashkenazi Jews in the book of Genesis chapter 10, verse 1 up to 5, the Ashkenazi Jews are from Japhet, who was a Gentile. They are not from Shem. The Ashkenazi Jews who are in Israel and America, they are the children of Japhet, who was a Gentile, according to Genesis chapter 1, according to the book of Genesis chapter 10, verse 1 up to verse 5.
That's where the word Hebrew, right? Either, region beyond or close, side, region across or beyond, side, opposite side. And what's on the other opposite side of Ethiopia? The west coast of Africa, which is where I did the video talking about the Inquisition. So they dropped off our people on the west coast of Africa. And in those areas you have the Igbo, right? We have in Ghana we have the Iwe people, and the word Iwe means sheep. What the Most High call his people, the lost sheep. We have Ashanti people, and Ashan was one of the tribes of Israel. One of the sons of Israel. So again, it clearly just putting everything together, we can see that the people over there are Hebrews, or Israelites or Yahudim, and that's just a few. There's many other.
Ghana, we now have freedom. Africa wants freedom. Joining us now with stories trending around the world is Oji Ope, who's preparing for a major event in December.
What
But
event?
I don't have our authority.
Oh yeah, my sister.
And it rolls up its 7 fingers towards the sky like that, in the line of prophecy that the Lord has started leading me. So prior to this, I was looking at Russia and China, and I was looking at other things in the
Another detailed teaching soil and the regathering